guys, and welcome to a new and very impromptu video from Sonal's life. So I woke up this morning and I was ready for a day of work. It's Easter weekend coming up and I was like, we'll sort ourselves out for Sakura Genesis coming up. I obviously look on Twitter and I see a message from someone saying, I bet Wrestling Chat is going to be happy when she sees what happened today. What could that be? Jay White is All Elite. So I don't watch AEW live. I rarely watch it apart from if there is guys from New Japan or Takeshita's on it. However, it seemed like I might have to change that. Yesterday, so that is the Wednesday night AEW episode. Sorry, as you can see, I wasn't prepared to make this video. Juice Robinson had a big match. I think it might have been towards the end of the card. I'm not sure again who his opponent was. But like towards the end of the match, Juice must have been losing or something. And suddenly out of nowhere, Jay White came, teamed up with Juice against this opponent and then hit the Blade Runner. Well, I don't really know what you want to say. Earlier this week we had WrestleMania and I was like, please don't show up to WrestleMania. He didn't turn up on both days. As bad as I heard the Raw after Mania was, going into that show, I thought, oh God, maybe I'm going to wake up on a Tuesday morning and we're going to have a Jay White WWE debut. That didn't happen. So if you follow me on social media, at wrestling_chat, you should follow me now. You'll have seen that I was a bit confused. Jay wasn't making a big WWE debut. He was no longer in New Japan. What was he doing? Was he just chilling with his dogs? Was he just enjoying the American life? Well, it seems like that has now changed and we now have a future for Jay. Shortly after the show, AEW, Jay White, Tony Khan all tweeted that Jay is now All Elite. Now, I think out of any possibility that could have happened with Jay, this was probably the most expected. I didn't mean I wasn't shocked when it happened, but it was something that a lot of fans hoped for. Jay has appeared on AEW several times. AEW has a new partnership or relationship with New Japan. And it just seemed like the natural transition from going away from maybe the strict and quite brutal schedules there are in Japan to maybe not doing the huge entertainment aspect of WWE. Although some people joked that Jay must have heard that Vince McMahon was back in power and decided no. And Jay has now got a nice middle ground with AEW. He will be free to be the Switchblade because that's what people know him as. He will not have as many constraints on him. He will be able to wrestle how he wrestles. However, it will be a bit more sports entertainment than New Japan without straying into the WWE. Now, why I'm excited? I mean, one, it's an issue because now I have to start watching yet another promotion because I will be watching Jay White. Like, oh yes, Jay. However, the good thing is that this doesn't mean the end for Jay in New Japan. Yes, they said in the stipulations in both the Hikuleo match and the Eddie Kingston that Jay could no longer wrestle in New Japan. They never said he couldn't wrestle in a New Japan match in an AEW ring, like Forbidden Door. And it opens up the possibilities. We are seeing so many New Japan stars appearing on AEW almost weekly. So Jeff Cobb last week. The working relationship between the two brands has meant that, yes, while Jay is no longer a permanent roster member for New Japan, it isn't the end for him. He can do Forbidden Door. He may be able to do the tournaments like the G1. That might be a loophole, which is very exciting for me. And it's incredible to see the amount of matches he can have there. One particular one that I'm holding my breath for, Kenny Omega. He holds the United States champion. He was the first United States champion back in 2018. And who was the man to dethrone him? Jay White. Kenny isn't having as many, or if any, he had one quite lackluster defense against Jeff Cobb. Why doesn't Jay have a chance to take IWGP Gold without even being signed to the company by taking the US title back off Kenny? And what I love is that it'd basically be a big middle finger to New Japan. Like, fuck you, New Japan. I lost, I'm not part of your company, but I still hold one of your biggest belts. I guess it's also, and I think many people will be saying this, the other matches I can have. I love to see another feud between Jay and Hangman Page. Jay and Jon Moxley. Jay and DDT's Konosuke Takeshita. You guys know, and if you listen to the wrestling podcast Ace Techers that I do every 2 weeks, you'll know I'm a huge fan of DDT and of Takeshita. I think the styles would very much clash. So although Takeshita and Jay are both very big guys, and I think their style is kind of similar in its strength-wise, Takeshita is obviously that golden heart. He's more athletic. Like, he is as agile and flexible and can do stuff that junior heavyweights, sometimes some of them don't even like doing. There's also the chance for Jay to, I don't know, spread his wings and try something different. He was basically born and raised in the New Japan dojo, went straight into New Japan. That's really, I guess, all he's known. And Jay has the endless potential to do whatever he wants. Like he said, he's been the first ever, like, I've lost the thing to live with it. So he has won basically every championship there was in New Japan. So he won the IC title, the US title, the heavyweight title, the world heavyweight title, the never title. He wasn't really going to do any tag fighting, was he? And he needs a new challenge, and AEW is that. He can go for those belts. He can wrestle some guys that you probably never expected him to do. And that's really exciting for me. And I just feel like, yeah, Jay can stay back on the wall because I don't have to get upset that he made the move to WWE. Afterwards, after the show, Renee tried to do an interview with him, and in classic Jay White style, he opened the door, listened to what Renee had to say, and then shut it. But I guess we'll have to see what comes from Jay and AEW. And again, like I said, this isn't a really long video, but I thought you'd want to see like my real reactions. I have obviously mixed emotions. Like, I loved Jay in New Japan. It's one of the reasons I stuck with the brand. He is the wrestler I have met the most. And that makes me sad that I'll never get to see like New Japan's Jay White. But to see him move on in his career, have a bit more stability being based in the US, especially like now he's married and the dog won't have to miss him as much. I feel like it's the right decision. And just to see him do a new stage to his career, it's all very exciting for me. And you know what? I don't hate AEW, so I can watch it, and I probably will watch it. So who knows? This channel might become New Japan Pro Wrestling / some AEW because of Jay White. Now, like I said, short video. That's really all I'm going to say today, but let me know your thoughts. Whether you watched it live, whether you saw it on social media. What do you think of Jay White going All Elite? Let me know in the comments. Please chat to me because I love reading them and seeing what you guys think. Let me know on social media at wrestling_chat. Let me know what your thoughts were, what you want to see from Jay White, dream matches you have. Put them down there in the comments. And remember, while you're there, hit like, share with your friends, especially if you have AEW friends, because now, I mean, this is an AEW video. So I can appeal to the New Japan fans and the AEW fans. So yeah. And hit subscribe. I keep saying this like a broken record. I am so close to 2,000 subscribers. I'm like 40 away. And to hit that milestone would be phenomenal, especially like in the next few weeks. So hit subscribe and join me and my random ramblings. And yeah, Jay White is All Elite. He is still the best wrestler in the world. And we'll just have to see what the next step of his journey is and where AEW takes him. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and I will see you very soon. Bye!